nothing. I don't want to my stomach. It's good. On today's Travel Bites with Liesel81, it's all about my early morning run and getting a henna painting in Millennium Park, Abuja. One of the things I like to do early in the morning is go for a run. So when I visited Abuja, I wanted to know the different spots in Abuja where I could go running. I had heard so many things about the Millennium Park and I thought it would be perfect to see if the park was suitable for a run as well as what else it had to offer. To get to the park, I took a taxify from my brother's house to the entrance of the park, and then we first kind of like navigated the park a little bit to find out what routes were available, and the rest I'll be showing you on this episode, so come along with me. So is there something you miss in the park that you wish was in the park?
Maybe volleyball.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe they should have a sports general.
Okay. So you know those are like what we're sitting on are like fitness instruments. Okay, but no volleyball, no football.
Yeah.
It's missing. Okay. Okay. So hi, we are in the Millennium Park, Abuja, which is the largest park in the city. It's actually quite impressive because you can get a decent run in here. Park was opened in 2003. It was inaugurated by the Queen Elizabeth II in December. It's operated and managed by the City of Abuja and Seleni Limited. The design is basically an Italian design, so it was made by the Italian architect Manfredi Nicoletti. It's really an interesting concept because you get to see that they've taken into consideration maintaining the natural environment that you would find in Nigeria. Well done. Good morning. See how thick some of the bamboos get. Unfortunately, this is not bad, but it's not clean, which is part of the things we're struggling with. People littering a public space, people not respecting nature, but we're working on it. Awareness is growing, I hope, and we can get all of that. Okay, there's some excited runner. She's having a nice time. Okay. Okay. I did my 5K run around the park and we discovered this pathway which is about 500 meters with some parkour on the side. That means if you want to train for sprints or do parkour, you can really do it there. Something has bitten me, as you can imagine that I'm cracking. And what I like about this sitting area is it's made of bamboo, and you can see the bamboo plant there in the back. And the chairs for the common sitting is made out of bamboos as well. So, but most importantly, I'm keeping quiet and I want you to hear the birds. So we're going to walk out a bit and show you the entrance of the pathway that we came from. I know the tree, but I don't know. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. So you just heard my cousin. She's missing a playground. She's missing volleyball court. She's missing like football. So for team sport, there's no space for it here. I like the park. I like the fact that they're playing with so many features. So I just talked about bamboos being here. Seems to be like a consistency of the design and what is being used. What I miss is there's so much birds here, so much birds. If we look there, this yellow one's flying. I hope some of them grace us with their moves right now. There you see. I don't know what they are. So that means there's birdlife in this park. There's a lot of birdlife in this park. There's nothing documenting what kind of birds am I going to see here, where do they come from, what kind of plants are in the Millennium Park, how long does it take to grow. We have to combine things like this with information, education. So when you take school groups here, even adults or people visiting, they get to understand the natural habitat of the place where they're in. And I didn't see a map of the park. There should be a map. I didn't know how to get in here. I should see a map when I enter saying, okay, this is the layout of the park. So it's already been done very well. And it's just missing one or two details. So if we put the effort to, okay, first of all, maybe work on the signs, renovate them, paint them, get them back to standard. I think I saw 2003, the park was commissioned. So that's what? Almost 16 years now, so a bit of renovation should be done. Actually, it's in a good state, but if you look at the signs, you know that okay, it hasn't been touched up. So this could be touched up, new signs could be added. I'm very actually proud of the Abuja government for having this place, but there's always room for improvement and it should be well described. What I'm missing is a lot of facilities we don't have very good websites, and every time you hear about how IT is booming in Nigeria and how there's so many young people that know how to do IT, give a young person a contract to do it and let them get involved in turning Nigeria into what it could be. So I like the Millennium Park. We're going to do a couple of still shots for it, but there's room for improvement. Tell us about the bird life, tell us about the plants in it, give a direction about where we are in the park, maybe extend the park to include a football or volleyball area. That would be some improvement, and pathways to actually allow people go around the park, because you can't go around the park. I didn't find it, so we had to do some different kind of loops. So yeah, that's it. But it's a mango tree, so it's just like how you see roses or apples. Get mango everywhere. So I like this pathway. Take a look at it. I think actually the idea is to do it because if you know a bit about rain in Nigeria, when it rains, it pours. So it's good that they have this waterway going into the gutter, which is why, although it rained yesterday, we don't have lots of water like, what in here somewhere like usually would be in most places where the sewage is not good. But you can see here the proper construction to actually keep this place up and running and good. No, they're shy. Termites.
Yes, I know it's
After rain. Yeah. See nests too. See why they're going there. That's why.
a lot of termites. So those are the stay and die.
See you. I wasn't even seeing what you're saying. So we used to eat this, and it's very typical that after the rain you see a lot of termites. So you can see here it rained yesterday, so we have tons of termites. What's interesting is now we know why there are lots of birds here. They have like millions of nests. So unfortunately, I'm standing here right now when the grass is being cut. I don't want to complain because we need to cut the grass, but you're probably going to hear what I'm saying. I can't tell you what it is, but I know they're not edible, but you will see them all over falling from this tree, and obviously that was fresh because it has some water stuff in it. I'm going to try to find it. So many ants here. So walking around the park, you will see different types of vegetation. You will hear a lot of bird life. There are tons of insects. We actually passed a heap of termites, which is what happens in Nigeria, as far as I know, as a child. When it rains, the next day there are termites everywhere. We actually eat the termites where I'm from. I don't know if you eat it here. They're called, but there are like little yellow birds and birds that were eating the termites. So it's like an ecosystem that helps the insects and the birds around kind of like survive off each other. What I'm missing here is information, because there is a river that runs through the park, but I didn't find anywhere saying what the name of the river is. We still need to get our people to understand that the waste bins are not for fun, so you throw trash in the waste bin and not around you, but it's being maintained. So you see the state of the park is not what you would usually see of many public areas in Nigeria, so this is really a good one. The city can take it upon itself to maybe do a project with university students studying biology or environment to come study the trees here and actually label it so it's informative for primary school children, secondary school children, or even just visitors to know what is in our ecosystem, what birds, what animals, what are we seeing here, what's this plant. I've seen it growing up, I don't know what it is, I just know that it falls everywhere. I don't know if it could be edible. I don't know if we've evaluated that, if it could be edible or what it's called. So otherwise, like the place, it's good for a run. I guess it's busier during the day. I love the fact that there are a lot of trees, which is something I miss, for example, in the English garden, because we don't go lying in the sun. We look for the shade. So I think that was taken into consideration. A lot of trees so you can sit under it when the sun is out, because if you have 32 degrees and upwards every day, you don't want to go lying in the blazing sun. You need some shade, so kudos to that. That's the park for you. We have some wild mushrooms, baby. Look at them. I don't know if they're edible. I wouldn't think so. But here you go. So, it turns out our Hajia is an Igbo woman. Ah, okay. Okay. And you've been living here for 14 years?
Yes.
How long have you been doing this? Wow.
13 years.
Wow, look at how fast that is. So how long does a typical henna drawing last for? How long will it last?
It will last for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Can you put the hand a bit closer? Okay. Thank you. So I'm getting henna done on my leg. Actually, I would have preferred to do it on my feet as well, but because we're gonna still take a cab to go home, I don't think I can walk bare feet to the car. and also bare feet into the house. So I'm getting it on my shin. So what is the material you're using?
I'm using this lily dye hydrogen.
Okay, so is it plant-based or is it with chemicals?
No, it's only, I don't know what to, this lily, this powder lily. Yes.
Okay.
I used to cook it.
Ah, okay. You make it yourself?
Yes.
Okay. How long does it take to
Wash.
cook it? To cook
Just
the lily?
only 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. And how many people do you do
A day.
per day? Yeah.
I used to do sometimes 6, 5, 7.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, is there a particular season where most people like to do henna?
Yes.
When?
Back.
Or the back?
Yes.
Okay.
And waist.
Okay.
Hand.
Ah, back, waist, and hand. Okay. Yeah, I can't do any of those because. Cool. This is nice. So my henna is done, and it's supposed to dry in 3 minutes. Okay, so I think I will get on my, well, but not on this hand. Yeah, on this one. I can't remove that one, so we can put it off. So, but some people do the henna inside of their palm, right?
Yes. Like mine.
Ah, okay. Well, you have color on your own. I'm seeing you have like yellow.
Red. But
Red.
now it's finished.
Okay. And how old do people start designing henna for other people?
Well, it's long. You don't do it. People they do them now.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. And this is the interesting fact. Our Hajia is actually from the East. And that's what we call cultural integrations. So, how do you say thank you in Hausa again?
Nagode.
Nagode. So, we're ending this session by saying Nagode and thank you for the beautiful henna work. And I think it's time to go home.
The limestone.
I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Yours truly, Liesel81.